Hey everybody, it's optio-trev here with World Warships Legends on the PS4. Well, just a little heads up that I'm using a different headset right now. My normal one is not working. I've been trying to get this video done for the past week and been having some technical difficulty. But anywho, I'm here on the Haven map in my New Orleans. This has been done a few weeks ago, a week or a couple weeks, whatever. But I spent the beginning of this period to figure out what I'm about to do and where to take this ship, which at the time was my absolute favorite ship in the game. The New Orleans is, well, American heavy cruiser, tier 6. The way I have it set up here with Kincaid as its commander, it gives me one of the perks. It gives me a indicator telling me how many ships are targeting me at any given time. And with that commander, I could get the rudder shift down to 2.7 seconds. Yes, you heard me right. I can make this thing dance when in open water. It's a big ship. It will get hit, but it doesn't get hit as much as you would think. And I'm just about in the location that I want to be in because I'm in a tier 7 battle, and this thing does not like getting hit by tier 7 battleships, just like those two Jean Barts down on this end of the map, followed up by a Sharn horse and a cruiser. Don't remember what that cruiser is, but yeah, that cruiser doesn't make much of a issue here from at least me here. And I'm doing something a little different that I don't tend to do. Uh, I'm spamming HE. Yep, HE in the New Orleans. The New Orleans has a couple favorable attributes to it. Like I said, it's extremely maneuverable. It's got a half decent speed of like 34 knots. And but what makes this ship good, at least in my opinion, that are the fantastic American 8-inch guns. Of course, I would show that off if I don't keep hitting this island in front of me. I'm not paying attention to the little mountain icon there. But anyways, American heavy cruisers get, well, I think, the best 8-inch guns in the game. They do. Their AP shells are next to like god level, in my opinion, because they got Citadel a couple times. That hurt. Backing up. They, like I was saying, they got fantastic 8-inch guns. Uh, Best 8-inch guns in the game. They have this auto angle mechanic, which allows the ship to penetrate angle at a steeper angle, or penetrate armor at a steeper angle, and you get some pretty good shots on ships like the Bismarck at max range with plunging fire. And I see here, I have yet to set any fires. I don't know where that shot's going to. Probably the other Richelieu. There, Jean Bart. So I'm looking at trying to set a fire on this Jean Bart, and he's continuing to fire at me. Gets another good shot, penetrating shot. But it's all going to change pretty soon. You should see some of the awful, awful things I do with HE. Yeah, I'm taking a shot in on that battleship. And some damage, not much. And I've yet to do anything in this battle. But look at those Jean Barts going forward and moving back. Gee, what a surprise. I, I don't think a lot of people realize that, oh, set my first fire. And a lot of people don't realize that the Jean Bart if, is one of the best, if not the best, battleship in the game for flanking maneuvers. It's fast. It's got really good guns. Like, they're accurate to a point, and it has the reload booster, so you could get the already fast reload down to stupid levels and punish broadsides of whoever you're flanking. And yet, clearly, these guys haven't gotten the memo. And they're just doing what typical Jean Bart drivers do, is they stay head on to the enemy, move forward, and then when they think they're gotten too close, they start going reverse. And then they move forward, and then reverse. It's almost silly. And here comes the next fire victim. The Scharnhorst. The Scharnhorst is my favorite ship in the game. My favorite premium. And I've done stupid amount of damage in that ship. And you can do that if you know how to use the 11-inch guns that the Scharnhorst gets. But this guy, he's doing everything wrong. And he's going to straighten out here and start pointing his nose into the torpedoes in his way from the my allied cruiser, and I set an air fire on him. He's regretting his life choices right about now. And then he turns broadside to everybody, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and so I'm free to cause him hell. I keep launching HE at him to, oh, there you go. Cause more fires, and look at him burn. That is beautiful. Well, that's one battleship down. Let's go for the first Jean Bart. I back up to make sure he doesn't try to blind fire me. And I have to tell you, these American guns are pretty accurate. You should see some of the groupings that I get on these ships. And that it's pretty decent range. Okay, not there, but and this first Jean Bart is just about dead. And I laid all to his own fault. He literally didn't move a whole lot. Oh, look at that, it was beautiful. Had a nice big explosion. And we start firing down range at the second Jean Bart. And he's doing the exact same thing. By now, seeing how that the first Jean Bart went down, I would have been out of there long before then. Like, this guy could have continued on course and challenged my teammates off to the side there. But seeing that he's outnumbered, his best course would have been to turn tail and head the other way. Break contact and hopefully go undetected and lose us and get away to his friends on the other plane. But he's left it too long, and there's pretty much no way he's going to get out of this alive. And he has there he goes. He's shown that he, well, not very bright. He extinguishes a single fire, and he's left himself to burn permanently. It's kind of weird, because I like the Jean Bart. I think it's a really good ship, but it's a really good ship if in the right hands. And as you see here, they're not in the right hands. And yeah, he knows he's doomed. He's left it too long to retreat, and he's of course backing up. So he's not going to get anywhere too fast. There we go, let's set another fire on him. I'm doing some stupid amount of fire damage in this battle. And this is, I don't typically use HE on my American cruisers. So I tend to use AP and rake superstructures or pummel other cruisers. The only time I really use HEs typically against destroyers. Or, Atlantas or Belfast, because, who doesn't like tormenting those guys with HE? When you got strong, hard-hitting guns. So here I decide that the Sean Bart, he's done. He's going to be taken out by my teammates over here on his flank. And I'm seeing that we're getting, the enemy is about to cap their third flag, and I figured I'll go over and help my team on the other flank. And look at this ship move. 2.7 second rudder shift. That's still amazing. That's destroyer-esque type of maneuverability. And I'm going to take some shots here, and it's going to be, you're going to see that, there we go, I gun it. I'm going to take some shots, and they're going to, you know, fly wide. There we go. I see a lot of that in this ship. Not a lot of people realize how maneuverable this ship is. And don't give it the respect that I think the ship deserves. The New Orleans is a really good ship. And here I beach myself on purpose so that it kills my forward momentum, so that I don't keep going and get caught out by an extra shot of the ships in front of me. Because I know that they're going behind. They were behind the building, the island, and figured if I stop here, they would have a harder time hitting me. And he got a lucky shot on me, but I managed to get out of their way, or they moved themselves out of the way by going behind the island. Oh, I take another hit. That's the last amount of damage I'm going to take in this battle. I'm focusing in on his Iowa, and he's about dead. And there we go, so I'm on fire again, and you know he's doomed, because he's used his damage control.
We've destroyed an enemy battleship.
And there I go, high caliber. And just so you know, that's it for me for this battle. I don't get any more damage in. The team pretty much takes out the other two without any help from me. So yeah, I believe this is the last battle I had in the New Orleans, because I did unlock the I've had the Baltimore unlocked for a while. I was just grinding out some credits to buy it, and I have, and I love that ship. It's my new favorite. It is tough. I have bounced Bismarck shots. I've taken Bismarcks on one-on-one at max range, and even with the slower rudder shift, it's not that much slower at 5.7 seconds. The Baltimore is a really good ship, and I don't care what anybody says, they're really good cruisers, and they have fantastic 8-inch guns. And yes, they don't get torpedoes like pretty much every other cruiser gets in this game, but you know what? If you know how to use the ship, the guns are more than capable of taking care of itself. You know, they don't have the carry potential as I would like, but you put this ship in capable hands, you will win. As long as you stick to a plan and you go with the strengths of the ship, and you bolster its weaknesses, you'll do just fine. But that's the end of that battle. It's 107k damage, not the most I've done in it, but showcases how good the HE can be. If you like the battle, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on another day. Have a good one.